All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of
No.
Talk
Talk sports.
Sports.
Oh,
We
oh,
are
oh.
back after took a week off. There was some sickness going around here on the East Coast. Pete was sick.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
I had a viral thing going on.
Yeah,
My
I had it a
whole
few weeks ago. Everybody's got it.
yeah, my whole family was sick. It was just terrible. It was abysmal.
Rough in the streets right
Yeah,
now.
it's rough
Yep.
in the Garden State, as they say. But we have a lot to cover tonight. We have a lot to get into, and this is a perfect time to record this episode so that it goes out tomorrow, the 25th, as the half the country is in about to get hit with the biggest snowstorm since 1996, and most of New Jersey is about to get completely buried in the white
Yo,
flurry.
shout out to the blizzard of 96. Wild times. I
I wasn't
remember
even born yet.
I remember being in like the second grade and there was snow drifts. I'm up to stop sign. It was just the red of the stop sign peeking out of a snow mound. That's what I recall from the blizzard of 96. And we didn't have school for like a week. It was wild times.
Well, we're getting something similar to that.
I
Obviously,
hope not.
I hope not either.
most of North Jersey, where Pete is located, he's supposed to get a foot to a foot and a half of snow.
Can't
Uh,
wait.
me and Rich down here in the central South Jersey area, we're looking at potentially 6 to 12. So plenty of snow to go around for everybody here in New Jersey. So
Six to
with
Yes.
that.
12. That's what she said.
Terrible. So we have a lot to discuss here. We have obviously Championship Sunday in the NFL tomorrow, NFC Championship game, AFC Championship game. Tickets to the Super Bowl are about to be punched, and this season can mercifully end. But we have renewed hope among the fan bases. We will finish the night with football because that's going to take up a very large chunk of this episode. We are going to start the episode. Obviously, we have the trade deadline very soon in basketball coming up in February. A lot of Giannis rumors, but he just got hurt again. The Knicks have the
Again,
Knicks,
going to be out for like
Crazy.
4 to 5 weeks.
yeah, they'll probably trade him when he's hurt.
No, he's getting traded. It's
Yeah,
happening.
he's going to get traded. The Knicks have had a really really bad January. Have the worst record in basketball for the month of January. Nets are continuing their tankathon perfectly. It's all a part of the plan. A report by a local, shout out to Scoop B, local beat reporter for the Brooklyn Nets, friend of Nikasi, who is a listener of this show. So shout out Nikasi, shout out Scoop B, who broke the
Yeah, no, a
news.
friend of a friend. We
A
love
friend
it.
of a
Love it.
friend,
Shout
shouting him
out.
out on this show right now. He reported because he was actually correct on the KD Kyrie saga with the Nets, so he's plugged in. The Nets almost traded for Giannis over the summer. It was apparently very close, and it was almost a done deal, but the Bucks decided to not go ahead with it. So the Nets are still a team lurking that might take Giannis. I know the Knicks almost traded for Giannis as well over the summer. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Giannis and the NBA because that's really the only thing in NBA news other than LeBron James being a usual egotistical asshole and the Lakers owners
Oh,
hating him.
whoa, whoa.
Not Bronny.
LeBron catching strays over here.
Listen, don't be in the news for the wrong reasons and you won't catch strays on this show. It's that
Oh,
simple.
man. Talking
So,
about the
Fair
GOAT
enough.
like that.
oh, the GOAT. Come on now. Anyway, so not a just a
Uh,
little bit happened in basketball, not a whole lot. There's still a big stretch of time before things get interesting. We're not at All-Star break yet. We're not at the trade deadline. As soon as the trade deadline happens, well, I'm sure we're gonna have a whole lot more to talk about. But we can't be here all night long. We got to be here a specific solid amount of time. So we're gonna get right into baseball. Coming to the end of the baseball off season here. Find the pitchers and catchers report in right around 2 weeks. So there was a lot of movement in MLB free agency over the last week or so. Kyle Tucker finally signed, went to the Dodgers. Ugh, we're not going to have baseball in 2027, so RIP baseball.
All right.
Kyle Tucker going to the Dodgers was worse than KD.
Is making more money than Aaron Judge. Make it make sense.
Aaron Judge got paid at the right time. He's underpaid. He's actually the most underpaid player in baseball at $40 million.
100% he's underpaid.
He should be getting paid 80.
Yeah, by today's standards, probably.
If Aaron Judge hit the market again
right now,
he would sign for $1 billion.
He'd get $1 billion. Yeah, he'd probably get $1 billion because he would get more than Soto did last year.
I'm glad we signed him when we did.
Listen, Kyle Tucker sold out, man.
Soft.
And you know what?
Worse than Kevin Durant to the Warriors. Sold out. Soft.
You know what? If you told me I would get paid $240 million to be in LA,
obviously,
of course,
obviously, because we're poor. That's
yes. It might very well be the final blow. That ends baseball for 2027. So we might.
Someone offered me $1 million. I would have my family on a plane to California so fast it's not even funny.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a big time move. The Yankees re-signed Cody Bellinger, which was their only big time move of the season. Yeah,
the Bellman.
But the big time,
God, we stink.
We're terrible. But the big time news is the real New York team that actually does care about winning. The team in blue and orange had a ridiculous last 2 weeks of the offseason, getting Bo Bichette, getting Luis Roberts Jr., trading for Freddie Peralta. I mean, they had a ridiculous last final week. So we're going to get into all of it. First things first here, we'll discuss, Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers. What does this mean? What do you guys think? I obviously think it's weak. It's really bad for baseball. He almost went to the Blue Jays for a 10-year deal, for $365, but that wasn't really happening. Thank God it didn't happen. But yeah.
Where's the competitive spirit anymore? Obviously, everybody and their mother sees what the Dodgers are doing, right? You can't beat them, join them. Don't you want to be the person to take down that colossal monstrosity of a team? What's the point in going there? You're getting a ring, yes.
All right. Guaranteed ring, and that's what the Kyle Tucker move kind of.
But
to me, it guarantees them a trip back to the championship series at a bare minimum. The Dodgers pretty much are a shoo-in to be in the NLCS this coming year. It's pretty much what Kyle Tucker going there means.
Yeah, they're trying to three-peat.
They didn't even need Kyle Tucker.
No, they didn't. But
without Tucker, they're still going to the World Series probably.
Yeah, there's a good chance. But every year they're going to go out there and they're going to be a nuisance in everybody's pockets. Because they're going to spend and defer money, and until somebody stops them, they're going to continue to do it.
Deferred money shit, and now they have the best farm system apparently in the majors. So you bet your ass Tarek Skubal is on his way to being a Dodger.
He'll be traded at the deadline. He wasn't traded this offseason because I just felt like no one was really willing to give him up for a rental, because if the Tigers are competitive, they're not going to trade him. They're going to try to just win a ring.
100%. And he knows next offseason he's going to get paid an absolute bag.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a Dodger. But
no, he's going to be a Met.
He'll be a Dodger.
He'll be a Met.
He'll be a Dodger on a $500 million deferred guaranteed contract.
Well, that's if deferred contracts will be allowed in the new CBA. See, he's becoming a free agent at the worst possible time.
At the worst possible time when everything is going to change.
Well, what if he gets traded and signs an extension?
He's a Scott Boras agent. It will never happen.
Yeah, he won't allow it. Boris will never allow that.
He might if he knows that the CBA is not going to get him paid.
He could.
It's
I guess
true.
we'll
So
we'll
it could,
see.
well, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers is just putrid. It pretty much
It's terrible.
seals baseball's fate. Like I guess try to enjoy baseball this year because it's guaranteed to at minimum not start on
What is
time.
there to, but what is there to enjoy?
Us as Yankee fans, seeing it
I
very
mean,
Nothing.
listen, on the flip side, as somebody who's in the National League, and I'm gonna say this before I get into my rant on how much I love the Mets right now. The National League's loaded, so it's not like the Dodgers are going to have the easiest path. And a lot of people forget they didn't even win their own division a year ago. San Francisco's still good, San Diego's still good, so the Dodgers aren't going to have an easy path to the
Yeah,
to
but
the
wasn't their
championship series.
pitching hurt all year?
the Dodgers were hurt for most of the
Yeah,
year, and
they were hurt for most of the
they
year, but
limped in, and then they got
They limped
healthy.
in and then they kicked the shit out of the rest of the league.
they
And
did, they
we're like,
did.
all right, Coopy.
But the National League's loaded, so you never know. It's a long season, man. You know these guys are going to get hurt.
Yeah,
It's a
it is a
grind.
long season. That's why 94 wins in the National League means a whole lot more than 94 wins in the American League because the American
100%.
League is weak. And there's a lot of people in the baseball world and baseball radio that just can't seem to grasp that. Michael K, talking to you. Listen, buddy,
Shots fired.
stick to just broadcasting and announcing the Yankees on television. Get
God,
off the radio.
stop.
Get off the radio. He's
Stop.
horrendous. He's
Stop.
horrible. He's
No,
so angry.
no.
He's so bitter that he got kicked off of
No,
ESPN.
no strays at Michael K.
All strays
Oh
possible.
my
I can't stand
God.
that shill. Just a shill. Anyway, because he can't really understand the fact that 94 wins via the Yankees in the AL is just the same exact thing as 94 wins, because he's paid to make sure the Yankees look good, and it's fucking stupid, but whatever. So, talking about the Yankees, Cody Bellinger has been re signed to exactly the deal that the Yankees offered him. So, I guess good on them for sticking to their guns and knowing that Bellinger had no more leverage after the Mets acquired.
Loaded with opt outs.
Loaded with opt outs and a full no trade clause to make him
So,
happy.
so is every deal though. There's literally not a single long term deal that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years that doesn't have a million opt outs now.
Yeah. Luckily, the opt out isn't until after the second year. So he's locked in until 2028.
Yeah, of course.
So he's still in his prime. He's probably got 2 or 3 like real elite levels of baseball. Unless these sports science is crazy. Like these players the longevity for these players are crazy. I mean, this is years, I think, is going to be a real big test to see if Aaron Judge can still be the best player that's ever lived to swing a bat right-handed. See, that's what I really think is the only thing interesting about the Yankees this year is if Aaron Judge can hit 70 home runs. I mean, that's the only thing that I kind of care about is if,
Man, that would be all right. That would be like the
I mean,
consolation prize.
he's already immortal. So you might as well just really just stick it to everybody.
He's so good. He really is. He's
Listen,
the best player
he's the
on
goat.
planet Earth.
he's the goat right now.
We're never going to see anyone as gifted as him bat right-handed. Just we're never just the physical dominance that we've ever seen at the baseball plate ever.
Yeah,
All natural, just a football player. Well, he's bigger than most football players. So it's just
And he's
a
just
specimen.
locked, but he's like he was like a prolific hitter, and then like he dialed in. Like after he hit 62, he just
Yeah, he's been available. He's been the best player in the world, and
yes, no question.
he's just. I mean, he's the numbers he's put up is the only thing comparable is Bonds and Ruth. That's the only thing comparable to him, and that's insane.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's the one thing about the Yankees is we get to watch a really, really special player, and that's why tickets will always be sold as long as this guy's wearing pinstripes, and that's why the Yankees will forever win 94 games every year and just lose in the divisional round because our general manager thinks the playoffs are just a crapshoot. So they're totally fine with running it back. Well, not in their eyes running it back because Cole will be back in July and Rodon will be back in July. And
hey,
if we're all
that's
healthy,
like That's
That's
like
like a
two big
big
trades.
acquisition. Tar and feather, Brian Cashman.
All right.
Um,
All right, because we talked about Scooble. The report was that Detroit wanted um Lombard Jr., Schlittler, and it was somebody
Ben
else.
Rice.
Ben Rice.
They reportedly want at bare minimum for Tariq Skubal 3 to 5 of any team's top 3 to 5 prospects
Well, that
for
was
him.
the three that they named, and I'm sure there was more, but that was the
Right.
three big ones for which would probably be he would probably be a rental, right?
At minimum, he'd be a rental, but he's the closest thing to a guarantee you're going to get as a pitcher. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
this
just won the
is
Do
Cy
you
Young.
do
he
you
won
pull
back
that
to back
trigger?
Cy Young.
Yeah, back to back.
Do I pull the trigger? I mean, I think Lombard can be good, but again, you don't know. Like none of these prospects really work out. I mean, Ben Rice is a really nice player, but he's kind of positionless. He's a little bit of a utility guy. I don't really mind sending Ben Rice away. And Schlittler, he's got a lot of promise and he's got a lot of talent, but you hope that he becomes like half the pitcher that Screwball is.
Yeah.
Screwball is Screwball now, so like his Schlittler's not a guarantee. As much as I like Schlittler and I think he could be a good pitcher, he's
No,
not.
last year was his first
Yeah,
taste of it.
he's not Tariq Schoolbowl. He's not, and I don't think he ever will be. So like that's the problem is I I would be okay with that trade. I know a lot of Yankees would be like, absolutely not. Like George Lombard's not going to be here till 2028 at minimum. Like, Ben Rice may not be here for another couple more years because they may trade him. Schlittler might be, because all these young pitchers have to get Tommy John at some point. He might need Tommy John in the next year or two.
How
You
old
know,
is Scooble?
Scooble is 29.
Yeah, I think he's 29. I'm gonna fact check you. I got my computer in front of me.
It's 29.
Yeah, he's 29. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm usually
But not for
decent.
nothing, 29 years old as a pitcher, like you're dead smack. Like
Yeah.
you're in
Like
your
he's
prime now.
got at minimum 5 more
Yeah, you got
great
five.
years.
You got 5 to 6 elite years out of a
Yeah.
guy
Like
like him.
that's what I mean.
And
Like,
he's a lefty.
Yeah, and he's
yeah.
a lefty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like ship him. I don't care. That may be
Yeah,
unpopular,
that's
but
what you have to do. You just watched the Mets do
All
it two
right.
days ago for Freddie Peralta, who's the same age and probably at the same level as Scooble.
I would
The
try to
guy just won 19
retain
wins.
Schlittler, but I would send Ben Rice, Lombard Jr., send the Martian, and send Luis Heel.
yeah, just whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, get me talent in here. I don't give a shit about these prospects. So it's very disappointing to see the reports all offseason that the Yankees were really only wanted Bellinger. They had no interest in Tucker. They had no interest in Bichette. They had no interest in Alex Bregman. They had no interest in Pete Alonso. They just
But we got Grisham.
yeah, but $22 million for a bench player. So because if we're all being serious, Spencer Jones should be starting over Trent Grisham.
Spencer Jones is going to be starting in AAA.
Yeah, he will be starting in AAA because they'll call him up in May so that they could have an extra year of
And an extra
eligibility.
year of control, bro. It's all about them arbitration years, man.
Whatever. They're pinching assholes. I don't care about the $317 million budget. You want to know why? Because $56 million of that budget is going to players that are not on the Yankees right now.
Zach. You just also need to take into account that we cannot assume that the New York Yankees of baseball make a profit.
Okay, Rich, let's talk about the Mets. Before I
You're funny.
before I put this mic through this fucking computer. So I can't wait for the Yankees to lose in the
I'm ready to
LDS.
talk about this team whenever you're ready.
So, well, let's talk about the actual
Let's
New
tee
York
him up.
team. Let's tee
Let's.
him up. Let's tee him up right here. So let's talk about the actual New York baseball team that actually cares about winning, that's actually trying to make a mecca of baseball. You know, the one that isn't paper, the one that isn't cheap, the one that isn't willing to add to get over the hump, the Mets. So, what is it like being a Mets fan after the first couple weeks of free agency that was just putrid for Mets fans? And there was riots in the streets, and you and Dan were going back and forth about what are they doing, how are they doing this, to now the
Yep.
last 2 weeks of free agency being a complete retool turnaround. So, walk us through everything here.
Well, I'm glad you alluded to the last time I was on the podcast because I did a really great job of inserting foot in mouth and calling out Steve Cohen and David Stearns and saying all he cared about was his casino and all that fun stuff. Because a month and a half later, he decided to become a madman. And for the last week and a half, he's just strung off move after move after move after move. So thank you. All hail the king, Steve Cohen, David Stearns.
He
Love you
heard you.
both.
He heard you.
Hey, listen,
Love you both.
Listeners of the podcast.
listen,
That's right.
when we
That's
talk
right.
about some things on this show, and sometimes it
They
just
do.
magically happens. It's happened a few times here.
But
It
let
has.
me rattle off the moves real quick. Personally, my favorite move is the Bo Bichette move, mainly because we practically stole him right out of the Phillies' lap last second. I think he was
fuck
about
everything, Philly. Fuck them.
he was about to sign a contract with Philadelphia. He wanted to be a Met. His agent, from what I read, got in touch with David Stearns and said, "Listen, this is what Philly's offering. He wants to be a Met," and we kind of just turned around, offered him the deal, and it happened like that overnight. So awesome, love Bo Bichette. Going to be an awesome get for the Mets. Luis Roberts Jr., 28 years old. I think he's coming off of a down year, but he was stuck in Chicago. Like,
He was
I don't
uninterested
know, man.
in Chicago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't judge last year being in
Yeah,
Chicago.
he was dogging it for the last 2 years.
100% because 2 years ago, a lot of people don't realize he was top 3 in MVP voting.
Mm-hmm.
So like Luis Roberts Jr. is a really great get for the Mets, and the Mets have had a center field problem for probably the last 6 to 7 years. So huge get for them. And listen, Freddie Peralta, awesome freaking get. I didn't expect it as a Met fan. Rumors for Mets and Peralta didn't really happen till late the other night. To be honest, I thought he was going to be a Yankee. Talks between Yankees and Brewers were happening for the last month and a half.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm very surprised.
Well, they're
very surprised he ended up coming to the Mets, but it makes sense because David Stearns has now traded for him twice. He traded for him to get him in Milwaukee his first time, and now he's traded for him to come to the Mets. So we always see those connections. Could be a rental, though, just like Scooble. He's a free agent. He's set to be a free agent this year. He's probably going to test the market. I don't anticipate him getting signed before the season or during the season. These guys don't do that anymore.
No.
So we'll see. If it's a rental, cool. The thing I have as a Met fan is I know if he is a rental, I know Steve's going to go out there and offer him the bag regardless. And if he doesn't get him, he'll get Scooble or he'll get somebody else. This guy's going to spend money every offseason. He's going to rival the Dodgers. You know, I'm not saying the Mets probably line up toe to toe with the Dodgers right now. I think the Dodgers are still better. They have better pitching. But the Mets have prospects that are coming up like Nolan McLean, Jonah Tong. If they hit, I don't see why they can't rival the Dodgers in a 7-game series. So we'll see. I'm stoked, man. I'm back. I'm bleeding. I'm ready to show up to Queens and scream and yell and bleed all season. I think they're gonna win 94 plus games. And I think they're gonna win the division. I don't think the Phillies are gonna win the division. I think the Phillies didn't do enough to add bats to their lineup. I don't think they're gonna score enough runs against the Mets this year. And we'll see with the Braves. The Braves weren't healthy last year, so we'll see what we get out of Strider and Acuna.
What's the Mets rotation looking like?
Right now, you got Peralta. I'm thinking they're going to have McLean at the 2. They're going to have the rookie at the 2. You got Peterson. You got Senga. Christian Scott or Tyler McGill is going to probably mix in there. The problem is they got a lot of starters, and you're going to probably have two or three starters that get pushed to the bullpen. The back end of the bullpen slightly a concern without Diaz now. You got Devin Williams, you got Luke Weaver, who I know you Yankee fans can't stand after the playoffs last year. What was the ERA, Zach? You told me
I
the other
love
night.
that little weirdo. If he's right, like he's really good, but
He
he
stinks.
just he lost it and couldn't find it.
What else is new? Happens to everyone on the Yankees.
So yeah, I mean, listen, the bullpen's still a question mark. The part of the Peralta trade the other night, Tobias Myers, 28-year-old bullpen pitcher, had a 3.2 ERA last year. That was a solid get to add on with Peralta. Not a lot of people know about him, but he's going to be a really nice piece to the bullpen. But they'll have some long relief guys in McGill and Christian Scott. Um, you got to hope Senga comes back this year and is finally healthy. He has not been able to stay healthy the last 2 years. You get a really good half of a season out of him where he's elite and nobody can touch him. Then you usually get a month where he's really, really bad and then he gets hurt. So hopefully he's able to put it together because he's an important piece in the rotation. Um, Peterson was really good last year. I like Peterson as a lefty in that rotation. So the pitching, I'm not worried about the starting pitching. The bullpen's a concern, and that's really the only hole, in my opinion, that the Mets have right now.
All right. I mean, that's what I was thinking, because I think the Mets bullpen's a little weak. The Yankees bullpen's a little weak. I mean, they lost
Yeah.
two bullpen arms and they haven't really replaced any. Well, because I can't wait for Ryan Yarbrough to be my number 5 starter until July. I mean, how amazing is that? I can't wait to watch that never. Um, Especially since I'm not paying for the Yes Network once again. So I actually don't watch the Yankees unless they're on national TV or when they're on Amazon Prime. I usually catch the Amazon Prime games, but I just don't really watch them. Haven't really watched them because they're not serious about winning. And Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone will tell you that they're serious about winning, and Aaron Boone will tell you also that getting Cody back was a big deal, and obviously we want to do more, but we're pretty good over here. It's just like they live in this bubble. They live in this like bubble that they're amazing, they're perfect, their way is the right way. When you haven't won anything since 2009. So it's really a frustrating, and they need like a John Harbaugh to come in there and just purge the infection. But the only way that's going to work is if Hal sells the team or his investor buddies start making fun of him and tell him to get rid of people in the organization. But that's not going to happen. And
That's not happening.
no, that's not happening. I mean, the Yankees aren't better than the Blue Jays, and I don't really know if they're better than
They're not.
Seattle.
You're definitely not better than the Blue Jays. Yeah, you might not be better than Seattle, and you might not be better than Texas either. Texas kind of got a nice squad.
I don't think Texas is all that in the back of Jeps. I think the Yankees are probably sitting at number 3 in the American League. So, I mean, all these people that say that they're the favorite, I mean, you're out of your mind. And like all the people that are saying the Yankees, all these projections from all these different websites too, that they're going to win more games than the Blue Jays, and Vegas has them as higher odds to win the World Series than the Blue Jays. I'm like, you're all crazy. You're all stupid. You're all dumb. I think it's completely fake and fabricated to just throw money away for Vegas to just steal people's money. I mean, because the only time the Yankees have been close to winning the World Series was 2024, and our manager blew that series. So, who still has a job, by the way. So there's no hope. There's never any hope. I'll be more serious about the Yankees when they're losing in the ALDS, and that's when I'll start caring. So, especially since there's no baseball in 2027, and if Judge is on pace to hit 70, then yeah, I'll be more invested because he's the only reason to go watch the Yankees. Because little Tommy and Timmy aren't going to Yankee Stadium to watch Ben Rice and Cody Bellinger. Little Tommy and Timmy with their mom and dad to buy the $19 chicken bucket, the $22.99 burger, to go see Monument Park to see the great Aaron Judge.
They want to see the Giant hit a ball 750 feet.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to see.
Yeah, it's circus. It's a circus. It's Disneyland. It's Disney on Ice. It's not real baseball. They're not the mecca of baseball. I mean, Brian Cashman truly thinks that they're the mecca of baseball. I mean, There's going to be the 30 for 30 on the Yankees when I'm 40 is going to be phenomenal about how they wasted Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole in their prime. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to hurt so bad because guess what? 2024 with Juan Soto was our only shot.
I don't know, man. I have such a hard time believing he's going to go winless. He's just
he's
so good.
he's going ringless.
I
I'll
don't
say it
know,
till I'll
man.
say it till he retires.
He'll win a ring. It's just like fucking A-Rod. It took A-Rod till he was what, in his late 30s.
Well, how old was A Rod? How old was A Rod in 2009?
I don't know. I love.
Quick Google search
Quick
can.
Google search. Let's see how old A Rod is. He's 50. So 2009 was
He would have been 34.
all right. Aaron Judge is 34.
All right, this is the year.
No, it's not.
It's the year.
You want to know why
I'll
Aaron?
see.
You
I'll
want to know
see
why
you there.
You want to know why A Rod won? Because he had Derek Jeter, and he had Hideki Matsui, and he had Mark Teixeira, and he had CC Sabathia. The only
Yeah.
other player of
You
those
got
calibers.
you got Jose Caballero.
Oh my lord! I mean, he's better than Volpe, so I mean, I'll take it. I mean,
Poor
my
Anthony
my
Volpe.
my neighbor over here is a better shortstop. He's just terrible. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, pitchers and catchers will report. You know, we'll see what the Yankees are when Garrett Cole comes back. Like
Yeah.
they always, and Pete will tell you, and you know, Rich will tell you too because he watches baseball as close as anyone does. The Yankees always go into the season with a whole lot of hope. Like
Lots of hope.
the plan is always well if you know like the plan for this year is well if Garrett Cole is healthy and he's back to
Yeah.
his usual self, the Yankees will have the best rotation in the American
Yep.
League. If Carlos Rodon is healthy and joins an elite staff, if David Bednar does what he does last year, they'll have a really good closer. If Cody Bellinger does what he does, you know what I mean? Like it's just all ifs. And or
Yeah.
if Trent Grisham can have another 35 home run season, if Spencer Jones is good enough to make it, you know what I mean? Like, do you see the pattern?
If Grisham comes out the jump and sucks, it is
Oh,
going to be hellfire.
good. I want them to be as embarrassed as possible. You want to know why? Because in 2023, when the Yankees missed the playoffs and they were embarrassed and everyone made fun of them, guess what happened? Hal is a very emotional guy. He is a sensitive guy. And when he gets upset about something, that's when he usually starts doing things and remembers that he owns the New York Yankees. Because remember what happens? What you remember what he did after 2023? They went and they got Juan Soto. And they made sure to buy in, and the Yankees went to the World Series. You know what happened after Juan Soto left to go to the Mets? He got all petty Betty, as Pete loves to say, and the Yankees had the craziest offseason I've ever seen them have in my lifetime watching. I mean, so many players were acquired in that offseason, and that went them to the playoffs. But as soon as Garrett Cole went down, I said the season was over. So, you know, like when bad things happen to the Yankees, good things that tend usually follow. So you have to root for bad things to happen. Unfortunately, because that's how change happens. Bad things have to happen.
Why can't we just have good things and just
Because we're not allowed.
Just don't allow it to be as bad as the bad things and the pain and suffering I had to endure for 22 years of my life before it got any better.
Yeah, well,
Just don't do that.
it is what it is, and you hate to see it.
Yeah, but
So
hey, it's all
with
good
that,
now. Let's go Mets.
oh yeah, it's all good now. I'm sure. I'm jealous. It must be nice being a fan of a team that cares about winning.
It's great. I can't
So,
wait to go to Citi Field on opening day and watch Freddie Peralta pitch a shutout for my team.
great. I can't wait for Garrett Cole to come back in July and have a 6.89 ERA by October because he's not the same. My favorite. Anyway, Let's transition to football, something that makes all of us very happy right now. We had a few
For
head
once.
coaching hirings in the cycle. The first one that got hired was John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is a New York football giant,
Oh,
quite possibly the biggest acquisition the Giants have ever had
love it.
since the Eli Manning trade, since the Tom Coughlin hire. I mean, we're talking this is an all-time hire for
It's
the
an
100 year
yeah, all time.
all-time hire for the 101 year history of the New York Football Giants. This was the only job that he was really interested in. Like I said, from the jump, Rich is here as a witness. Rich, would you like to tell Pete what I posted in the chat when Tyler Loop immediately missed that kick?
Oh no, you said he was going to be a New York Giant.
I said in all capitals, and thank you, I have a witness. When Tyler Loop missed that kick, a second later, John Harbaugh, you are a New York football giant because
Yeah.
it was the only thing that ever made sense. It made no
Yep.
sense for him to coach anywhere else. And damn it, I stuck to my guns, and man, was I right. Professional ball knower over here. Continuing the professional ball knower, we had a couple other of hires that happened. Mike McCarthy went to the Steelers today. Jesse Minter went to the Ravens. Also called that one. Love to see it. What else happened? We had Stefanski go to Atlanta. Also called that one. The Titans got Robert Sala. That's terrible. I mean, those Titans fans, they just have no idea what they're doing. But yeah, let's talk about John Harbaugh and what John Harbaugh means to the New York Football Giants. The purging that he has already done, getting rid of hot executives that have been there for 30 years, got it in writing in his contract that he reports only to ownership and not to Joe Shane, who has effectively been neutered. He's just a puppet now. He will get a contract extension after the draft because he's buddy buddy with the owner, but he's not making these draft picks. This is all John Harbaugh. And this is his show. John Harbaugh
Yes.
has completely dismissed the entire defensive staff, the entire special team staff. Pack your bags, get out of this building. He is also
Peace.
getting rid of all the staff members that leak information to the media, especially the really bad, terrible beat writers like Pat Leonard. F yourself. And
Garbage.
only good guys like Jordan Renan and Connor Hughes. Shout out Connor Hughes, best in the business. Um, So, Rich, as a fellow Giants fan, what does this mean? This is hope. This
This
is
is
real,
huge.
true hope. This is
This is
huge. I
listen,
mean,
for
Vegas.
the first time since Eli left, since Coughlin left, like we actually have a real chance to change the culture and this losing mindset and basement dwellers, and it's going to change. Like this is it. It's coming. Luckily, we've blessed John Harbaugh with probably a future MVP quarterback in Jackson Dart. Like he's been blessed.
Well, he's the main
So
reason why he even came.
yeah, 100%. So this is great. Perfect marriage. Let's do it. This kid's gonna have a Lamar MVP esque season this coming year. Can't wait.
Todd Munkin will be the OC, coming along with
Yep.
Harbaugh, who helped
Can't wait.
develop Lamar into an MVP quarterback. So
Yeah, like
love
it, dude.
that.
It's gonna change everything for us. Like we're gonna make some moves in free agency. Like free agents are gonna be way more attracted to the Giants. Players that probably wouldn't have been prior to these coaches getting hired here. And this guy's gonna have a draft masterclass. Lock in Caleb Downs to the Giants. Like the secondary is gonna get fixed, and we're gonna have a great year next year. I can't wait.
Lock in Caleb Downs or the tackle out of Miami
Yeah, I can
if
see that move
Jermaine
too.
if Illuminor isn't available. If they
Yeah,
don't bring back Illuminor, then they should take the tackle, which is fine. You need a tackle.
either way, I'm
Um,
cool with it.
but yeah, I mean the impact of Harbaugh already is insane. I mean, the Giants defense blew five games this year because of bad coaching. So this is
Yeah.
technically on paper a 9-win team, but the coaching blew it completely out of the water, and that's with all the injuries that they had. So
Yes.
at minimum, this is a 9-win team next year with John Harbaugh. Vegas has their over under 8.5, was originally 4.5. After they hired Harbaugh, it went to 8.5, and that's before the draft and free agency. So that's the Harbaugh effect. I'm so happy
Yes.
for the future. I've never been happier. Couldn't be more excited because you're just it's he's the closest thing to a guarantee in a head coach that you're going to get in this league. A bad John Harbaugh season is 8 wins. We haven't seen an 8 win season since 2022 randomly with Daniel Jones and Saquon and Daboll's first year. And the last time that that
100%.
happened was 2015. So I'm happy.
I'm happy for you
Huge.
guys. Like,
Yes, Pete,
Huge.
as an outsider, obviously there's been plenty of detractors out there with, oh, this is a 63-year-old. He's washed. He blew a ton of leads. You
I
know,
mean, well, that's coming from a guy that just had a coach that was 93. All right, just absolute
180.
complete culture change. Exactly what you need. Uh, the big boy in the room with the big boy pants on that can make the big boy calls. Um, you love to see what he was able to do with Lamar. Um, Dart is a special talent, obviously. Only thing I will say is you just got to keep him healthy.
Yep.
oh yeah, and
100%.
I
Got to.
guarantee you Harbaugh talked a little bit about that on the phone with him. There's
And
no way he hasn't.
that, like, just, I'm not saying completely alter your play style, just tweak it, slide a little more.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and he's definitely going.
Harbaugh
He's
likes his
definitely going
quarterbacks to
to.
run.
Yeah, he
Harbaugh
Yeah,
does.
no,
totally
I'm
And
up for
not
that.
saying exactly.
yeah,
So,
listen, he's gonna keep him especially safe because Harbaugh's been doing this with Lamar, and he's gone into playoffs. He's gone into the postseason with Lamar hurt. So like, he's definitely gonna make sure this kid's healthy come postseason time for sure.
but dude, sky's the limit for you guys. Like, there's no reason
Stock
with
up.
a proper off season, the Giants don't win the division next year. Just throwing it out there.
They absolutely could win the division if they do the right
Yeah,
thing. I mean, the turnaround at minimum is 9 games. I mean, Philly obviously looks like they're on a downturn a little bit after a disastrous wild card beating by the 49ers. I mean, they're in cap hell. You know, there's a ton of drama. No offensive coordinator wants to work with Jalen Hurts, which how funny is that? Ha ha.
great.
Hoo
Love it.
hoo. Hee hee. He's so good. Anyway, well, no one also wants to work with Nick Sirianni because he's not a real coach.
Sirianni's an asshole. That's
He's
why
a
no
he's
one
a
wants to
he's a
work with him.
clown.
He's
He's a
not a real
clown.
coach, and most Eagles fans will tell you he's not a real coach. So, this is the sixth. This would be the sixth new offensive coordinator for Jalen Hurts in 6 years. So things are looking in a downward trajectory for Philly right now. Dallas looks. I think Dallas and Giants might be the storyline next year, fighting for the division. If the Giants do everything right, if the Cowboys do everything right, I don't like Washington next year either because like there's a lot of drama going on there with the coaching staff, with everything that happened with Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury. Now they don't have an OC still. We don't know about the health of Jaden Daniels. Their offensive line is mincemeat. They got no weapons. I mean, it's
Man,
not
they peaked
looking.
fast.
They
They
peaked real
peaked
fast.
fast.
Yeah, they peaked really, really
Yeah,
fast.
Jaden Daniels might be RG3 2.0.
Yeah, you don't know.
Now, is that more of an indictment on him or the franchise?
It might be the
Both.
franchise.
Could be a little bit of both.
They just they.
I mean, listen, I think not Dan Campbell, Dan Quinn handled him poorly this year. Dude came right off of injury and then immediately got sent back on the IR because he got hurt. He wasn't ready to play. So Dan
And they
Quinn
had him in a
mismanaged his
they had him
franchise
in a
guy.
meaningless. When he blew his elbow out. What
Yeah,
that was? He was playing meaningless fourth
Yeah, it
quarter.
was just meaningless football, man.
Like, you got to be smarter than that with your franchise quarterback.
Yeah, you do.
Um,
You have to.
but yeah, NFC East completely up for grabs. Especially Harbaugh
I
is
can't wait.
he's the game changer. Uh,
yeah. I mean, he's automatically the best coach in the division. He's automatically maybe the best coach. And the NFC obviously has Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan, but he's right behind them. Like that's
Easy.
how many other coaches are better than John Harbaugh in the football right now? Just those two guys.
Yeah.
Really. That's about it.
Yeah, I think if the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, you could consider their coach probably one of the top in football right now.
Who, by the way, is a John Harbaugh disciple. Mike
Yep,
McDonald
Mike McDonald.
was his defensive coordinator. So he's pretty much on that level, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
So I don't know. Doesn't really get much better than those guys. So when you have that coaching edge, it's a big deal sometimes.
Listen, it's I was talking about this with somebody the other day. Like the coach in football, the head coach, the coaching staff, like out of all professional sports, it's the most important to have good coaches in football than any other sport. It's just simple. You need a good coaching staff to win in football.
It's proven. Good head coach, good starting quarterback.
You win football games.
Look at the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
They turned it
yeah,
around in a season with a good head coach and a good starting quarterback.
yep.
It's
That's
almost as
it.
if it's that easy.
It's almost if it's that easy.
Almost. Yeah, I would agree.
You hear that, Las Vegas? You hear that?
Who coaches them?
Good head coach, good starting quarterback. It's that easy.
Who are they
I mean,
eyeing
listen,
right
listen,
now?
you know who the quarterback's going to be, but who's the coach going to be?
He's still in the playoffs.
Is it Clint?
Kubiak, yeah.
That's who I have them. I
Okay,
predicted Kubiak there.
that's who I think it's going to be too.
Yeah, I
And
think Brady's waiting for
they're just
Kubiak.
they're just waiting. And you know what? You're probably waiting until the Super Bowl.
Maybe
No, you're waiting. I think you're waiting till the Super Bowl. I think they're winning the Super Bowl, but I'll wait to talk about that.
I still
So,
like the Rams. I think the Rams are going to do it.
but yeah, come fucking Fernando.
How
Oh
about
no, listen,
Nando in that
lock
natty?
him in,
Lock it
bro.
in.
That kid's
He
gonna be a Vegas
If there
Raider,
was a
and I love it for you
question, and I
guys.
know that was that Miami defense is really good on that team.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's a for real
there's a
defense.
really Bane is a problem.
Hmm.
Like the Jets sitting at number two, they need to be all over him.
Yeah, I don't hate that pick for the Jets.
But that run by Fernando,
That's an
like,
all time.
like
Bro,
cemented him like a tank.
that kid showed the world on national television that hey,
Giant balls.
my nuts are bigger than yours.
Massive. Massive.
Yep.
And you know what? The second play of the game, he got popped in the mouth by a dirty helmet to helmet hit. And he popped right up, fucking bleeding out of his mouth, and just was like, all right, let's do this. Let's
Dude,
go.
I find him to be the most interesting quarterback prospect at number one overall that we've probably seen in a really long time because he doesn't do anything like really great,
Yeah,
but
he's not like a special talent.
he does everything so well rounded and balanced and puts it all together and is really smart. His IQ's so well.
So he's super like
Yeah, that he just
he's
puts it all together and like he's just a gamer, dude. Like he's gonna grind for 4 quarters and like he looks at that defense. He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna beat you."
yeah, he's like his mom had a lot of Tylenol when she was pregnant smart. Like
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's the type of smarts we're talking about. And you know what? Dog. Dog, dog, dog,
Dog,
dog.
dog.
Just Fernando, baby. Like that's
No, like,
it.
I expect you to buy his jersey
I
draft day moment it happens.
ordered. It's coming from China. Ordered. Shout out to the official jersey sponsor of Dog Talk Sports, DH Gate. Get your shit. Takes a month,
I
but
love it.
boom, overseas, baby. The number
Takes a month,
15.
sometimes takes 6 months. You never know.
Fernando, baby.
Yep.
Just Fernando. But that's the pick. All right.
Lock it
Unquestioned.
in.
It's locked in right now.
It's locked in. They already
Tom,
called him.
Yeah, like,
Tom
it's already
knows.
written. It's already written.
And you know what? It's the perfect situation for the kid who is just a brain. He's just says everything like just says everything right, does everything like by
Yeah.
the book, and you know what? That's what Las Vegas needs.
Yeah, they need a normal kid.
Listen,
And
he's gonna bring life into that team.
I'm also concerned 1 year in Las Vegas. Next thing you know, this kid's got a full sleeve of tattoos. He's got a grill, a buzz cut, and he's
And keep in mind too, he's walking into a division filled with menaces. You got Denver, you got Kansas
yeah.
City, who
Hey,
you I'm
this
sure is
listen,
gonna
he's
bounce
walking
back
right into the fire. But
right into it.
I think again, I'll say this, I'll say it again. $100 million in cap space. Bulk that lineup. Go trade for a really disgruntled wide receiver, a la AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson. Brandon Ayuk is going to get released. Like, go get somebody to put with him. You already have Brock. You already have Ashton Genty. Build the line the in free agency. Every top free agent, you stack the line. That's what you do for them. Fill out your defense in the draft.
They're in a good spot. They're in a good spot to turn it around quick. So
But it's just good head coach, good quarterback come together. So, like I said, I it's Clint. If it's not Clint, Davis Webb is very high, and don't sleep on Mike McDaniel. He's still he's still lingering around. I know they said that he's going to take the OC job in Los Angeles Chargers if he doesn't land a head coach job.
Davis Webb would be interesting because he's a name the last couple of years that I've seen pop up in a lot of finalist interviews for a lot of teams.
Would you want
He
Dayball, who interviewed today?
no offensive coordinator, yes. Head coach, no.
Agreed. I think he could only be the head coach of the Bills.
I agree. Since if he doesn't go to the Bills, he's going to go to Tennessee.
But speaking of the Bills, they
Oof.
they also got rid of their head coach. Lost the heartbreaker
Rough.
to Denver, and Denver also suffered heartbreak with Bo Nix breaking his ankle on the second to last play of the game. They're going to be having their Super Bowl hopes ride on Jarrett Stidham. Gotta love it. But
Insane.
Don't sleep on Stidham.
listen, you should never sleep on anything because Nick Foles won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. As Giants fans, we know well and good. Hostler won in place of Phil Simms. So, it's backup quarterbacks have won Super Bowls before. Like this isn't uncharted territory. So it very well,
Keep in mind though, Foles played more games that season than just the title game, the championship game.
yeah, but that's true. I get it. But um Bills, had a very controversial call that went against them, but their quarterback needs to not turn the ball over four times. I love Josh Allen, but some of those turnovers were egregious. And I also don't think,
You shouldn't even be in the game if you turn over the ball 5 times.
yeah, shouldn't even be in the game, but that's how good he is. I can't believe that. I mean, I think it was time to let the head coach go, and I thought he wasn't good enough to get him over the hump. But to completely just, the owner and GM had a press conference to remember. The owner
Malpractice.
malpractice.
God.
Steve Pagula.
What are we doing? It's
Yeah,
not that hard.
yeah.
How do you sit up there and say the player you took in the first round as wide receiver, the coach wanted, the GM didn't, but yet that player's still on the roster, the coach is gone, that GM's still there, and now you want that guy to show up to camp this coming year?
All right,
And
how about
how do you start tossing players under the bus like that?
God? I mean, he is an idiot, but Keon Coleman, man, just catching strays. But I saw a clip or a snippet. It was like the GM during Hard Knocks
Yeah, saying he wanted him.
saying he wanted Keon
Yeah,
Coleman.
so they're
Yes.
liars.
Liars.
So they're liars. So
We
they
got
just
the
showed,
tapes. The tapes don't lie.
yeah. So they just showed the whole world that they're liars and that they hate their players, and the
Terrible.
fault is entirely on the coaching staff. Even though Brandon Bean has drafted like shit the last couple of years, and somehow he got a promotion. So I mean, that press conference pretty much turned every possible candidate away from wanting to coach Josh Allen, which is incredible. Like, how do you do that? How do you do that?
So much so that they have Philip Rivers interviewing to be the head coach.
Who has a
I
legitimate shot?
hope they hire him.
Who has a
God,
legit
please.
shot? By the way, there's a real shot they hire him. I mean, obviously, I
He'll
think it's
have
going.
he'll have Josh Allen up there at the line saying, "G Buck Willie."
I do think it'll be Daboll, because I think he's the only head coach that could even make it work with the Bills because of his relationship with Allen. So
That's what it is. That's what it's going to come down to. And if that franchise doesn't really want to lose shit, like really spiral out of control, they will take Josh Allen into account for this head coach hire.
yeah,
If they want to save Josh Allen, it's probably got to be Dable.
yeah, it's got to be Daboll. It
And
has to
he's
be
a
Daboll.
terrible head coach.
No, he's not a good head coach. He's a really good offensive coordinator, but it pretty much would be, can this guy, because he's the Josh Allen whisperer, like just keep Josh Allen from turning the ball over, and you're just going to win football games. So like that's all they really need at head coach
Well,
right
and,
now.
and they need to get him some real weapons. I mean, what are you doing trotting out Brandon Cooks in the playoffs? Like it's not going to work.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Hey, well, Brandon Cooks had a really good playoff.
He all right, he did. I'm not going to discredit it, but it's like that's the
How
guy that
about
Josh Allen's
how
throwing
about you
to in
have Keon
2025.
Coleman who just the ball right through his hands, a
Yeah,
touchdown.
yeah.
Guy's allergic to
It's not
catching the
good.
ball.
He's dealing with what Aaron Rodgers dealt with his whole career in Green Bay. Like they never got him a number one, and they took Josh Allen's number one away and then never replaced him.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
It's rough. It's rough for Bills fans.
Rough
But
Raider fans.
um yeah, the Steelers got Mike McCarthy today, which I mean, I thought Shula was going to go there. But I guess McCarthy is kind of familiar, like a familiar type of a coach as Tomlin was. It'll probably keep Aaron Rodgers there an extra year.
It
You
could
think
definitely could.
you think Big Mike keeps Aaron there?
Yeah, I do. I think Aaron has moved past his McCarthy hate about 5 years ago. Because where's he going to go?
I don't know.
If he
All
wants to
right.
play another year, where's he going to go?
I've had an interesting take lately about that.
All right, where's he going to go?
Have at it. So you go back to the Jets?
No. Patrick Mahomes probably doesn't play 8 games next year. I think he could go to Kansas City and play 8 games in Kansas City next year.
And then step aside when Mahomes is ready?
Yeah, I think if
I
nobody
think he
else
is.
offers him a full-time starting gig, I think there's a real chance the Chiefs bring him in so they could be competitive for 8 games before Mahomes is healthy.
What about Minnesota?
Maybe could be Minnesota
They
too.
tried. They tried last offseason, and Minnesota was not interested. Well, maybe they
But
fucking should now.
I
definitely think
think there
Kansas.
could
I
be a
definitely
change
think
of Jay
yeah.
Jettas is unhappy in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's no bueno. So, yeah, I mean, Mike McCarthy to the Steelers is a big deal. Jesse Minter to Baltimore, another Harbaugh disciple. Just try again something familiar that the Ravens are used to.
Oh,
Yeah,
how cold, how awesome. Did you see the graphic that the Ravens put up to announce his signing?
I did. Yeah,
That Minter was coming and they did it like Game of Thrones with the
Yeah,
snow. That was
yeah.
awesome.
that was cool.
Awesome. Shout out to the Ravens. I mean, you got that going for you.
Yeah,
And the Falcons getting Stefanski,
love that hire.
which we all knew the Falcons or the Giants were getting. If either of them didn't get Harbaugh, they were going to get
They
Stefanski.
were getting Stefanski. Yep,
So,
agreed.
a real real coach
Always the
in there.
bridesmaid, never the bride. Poor Stefanski.
Yeah, two-time Coach of the Year winner too.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen,
Um,
if Harbaugh didn't hit this coaching cycle, I was all over Stefanski.
well, of course, yeah. I mean, that was the guy.
That
He
was
was the number
Zach's
one.
guy for all I heard for a week prior to that missed field goal was
Yep,
Stefanski's get him in the building and don't let him leave, chain him
yep.
down.
And then when he missed that kick, I
He
said,
said, "Oh
"Wow."
fuck you, Stefanski, Harbaugh baby,
Yep,
Harbaugh all the way."
called it the
I love
second the
it.
kick was missed.
Uh,
Will live on in infamy. Still, the Browns are missing a head coach. The Cardinals are missing a head coach. The Titans hired Rob
Robert
Sala,
Sala.
which we already know who's not a good head coach. They're just the only reason why he even got a job in Tennessee is because his PR is so amazing. You
did
know,
Miami they signed Halfley?
oh yeah,
Yep,
Miami got
they
Jeff
did sign
Halfley,
Halfley.
which they got the GM from Green Bay, so they got two Green Bay guys now to run their franchise. I don't really know about Jeff Halfley. I mean, who had a pretty abysmal playoffs, so not
Yeah,
too
we'll
sure
see.
how well he'll do. I'm not too
Bro,
high on him.
Miami's a mess all the
Miami
And
is
time.
a mess.
well, you know who's a mess? Cleveland's a mess. No
Oh
one
my
want
God.
Yeah,
no one
yeah.
wants to touch Cleveland with a 10-foot pole now that
Yeah, they're just going to promote Jim Schwartz, because no one wants
ownership
the job.
Yep.
wants you to fill out a questionnaire and take an SAT test with three essays to become their head coach. Meanwhile, they have a sex offender as a quarterback trying to put together his ACL again.
It's
Make
terrible
it
over
make
there.
sense.
Yeah, the Browns are going to brown. I mean, they're totally okay with making the worst possible moves ever with personnel, but no, you need to be the right coach. It's just a disaster. Cleveland's a disaster. Um,
Forever will
just
be.
forever will be a disaster. So, I mean, the Cardinals looks like Raheem Morris is the front runner for the Cardinals job, because that's another job that no one wants. I mean, the Cardinals are in complete purgatory. They have no idea what's going on at quarterback.
They're going to be starting completely fresh. It's going to be a total rebuild. They're going to win like 2 games next year.
Yeah, terrible. Hate to
They're
see it.
tanking for Archie.
Yeah, if Arch decides to come out, yeah,
Yep.
everyone's going to be tanking for Arch just for the
Art
possibility.
if Arch will go back to Texas if Arizona is the number one overall pick.
If Arizona or the Jets have the number 1 overall pick, he'll stay in Texas. Sorry, Jets fans.
Hate to see it. um, yeah, because those are the only three remaining, right? The Cardinals,
Yeah.
they're open still. The Browns are open still.
Raiders.
Raiders are open still.
There's a million coordinator positions still open.
Yeah, there's a lot of coordinator positions still open. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna wait for more movement on there to see what happens on the coaching front. But yeah, John Harbaugh is a giant, and that's all that matters today.
Love it.
So with that being said, we're gonna move on over to our review, kind of a little bit of what happened in the playoffs, because obviously we have the AFC and NFC Championship game tomorrow. In the AFC, it'll be the Patriots versus the Broncos. We detailed that the Broncos lost Bo Nix to a broken ankle. We also touched on
Crazy.
the turnaround that the Patriots have had, with Mike Vrabel and Drake May. So they went in and played really, really well. Who did they beat again?
Oh,
The Patriots. Who'd they beat last week? Why is it escaping me?
Patriots played at home. It was really shitty at the Texans.
That's right, the
Oh, the Texans.
Texans.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Texans played so piss poor, it was forgettable.
That's right. Well, because CJ
CJ
Stroud's
Stroud threw 4 picks.
yeah, he's a bust. So they walked in to the AFC champion. I mean, what a cakewalk though. Total cakewalk, cupcake, Disneyland stuff. So that was a rough one. The like I said, we talked about the Broncos and the Bills and
God, you
their
know what? The
game.
referees can we just sit on this for a second because that was a catch.
Yes, that was a catch.
Yeah, it was
And
a
if
catch.
if you don't know what I'm talking about, crucial play at the end, uh deep shot, Brandon Cooks comes down with it, hits the ground while tied up with the defender, clearly has possession, is on the ground, touched by a defender, down. Rolls, ball's ripped out after the fact, ruled an interception, and they like tried to speed past any sort of review.
Bro, I
Like,
couldn't fathom that the game didn't stop for that.
like you,
Yeah, because the
The
game
game
was.
stops for the game stops for so many other dumb things that happen, but you're not going to stop the game for that in that spot.
like you have to get that play right. And then the
Yeah,
following day, similar play. I think it was in the Rams game
yeah, and it went the other way.
and complete a pass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's almost as if
crazy.
everything is rigged.
It's wild how that almost seems like that, you know, uh single play with a little referee help.
Yeah, you're not going to sit there and convince me that all these referees don't know what they're doing. You can't convince me. I think are there a couple that are just stupid and they're idiots? Of course, there's always
Absolutely.
stupid and idiots out there.
There's a lot of stupidity.
But the way
Tons of
that
it.
they did that process
It was
with it was a total rig job. They were making sure that Denver is going to host the AFC Championship game for whatever reason. So it is what it is. But switching over to the NFC, the Rams played a really, really good game. Um, see, I'm terrible. I'm not prepared. Who'd the
what
Rams play?
the
They
Rams,
played the Bears.
the
They
Bears.
played the Bears, which was a great game. Poor
Dude,
Nikasi's Bears. I mean, what a great year.
Tragic,
But I mean,
Caleb
Ben,
Williams heaving that ball.
yeah,
bro. That was wild,
one of the craziest throws
wild.
ever. I mean, but besides that throw, I mean, the 58% completion percentage in that game. Um,
He played like he shit the bed.
he did not have a great game, and
No.
Ben Johnson needs to learn to take points in the playoffs. Like, you want to be
Yeah,
different than Dan Campbell. You left 6 points off the board, bro. Like, kick the field goal. Just take it's free. It's free points. Just take it.
yeah. You can't.
So
You can't. He left 9 points on the board in that game.
yeah, that's insanity. The Bears should be in the NFC Championship game because of that. But because of that,
I feel for Bears fans because they haven't had a competent team, like a competitive team,
in a long time.
in a long time. And
Oh, yeah, I feel for Bears
it
fans.
was a fun ride to watch them.
The future's really really bright for them though.
Yeah, they're going to be good for a while. Ben Johnson is the real deal. They're always going to be good now that they have the coach in place. So the future is going to be bright. But man, that's a tough way to lose.
Yeah,
The Rams capitalized. In the other game, Seattle just beat the brakes off San Francisco. I mean,
Oof.
Seattle's probably the best overall team remaining.
hundred
Um,
percent.
I mean, Sam Darnold didn't really have to do much, even though he was hurt. You could tell he was hurt because he was not in the pocket. They always made sure he was doing play action and running to make sure the oblique was constantly in motion, not stiff and then throwing. So you could tell
Brutal
he's hurt a
loss for
little.
them, losing Charbonnet with an ACL.
Yeah, that's a little
Yeah, that's
rough
a
too.
blow.
That's a little bit rough too. That's why I think I like the Rams a little bit because they've been there before. And I don't think Darnold's healthy. And I think they're going to stack the box a little bit to make sure they can't run the ball like last time. This is a division game, and they always split these games. But in this case, usually the experience. Stafford's been there and done that before. McVay's been there and done that before. I do think that the Rams kind of edge them out a little bit. But man, Seattle is a great team. They got a great defense. That's a complete team. And
That defense and special teams
it's so
is
good. They're so good.
like that's My
That's
matchup.
why.
That's my
That's
matchup of the weekend.
yeah. My it's my matchup of the weekend too. But that's the difference maker. Like I don't know, man. I like Seattle. They're so good everywhere.
Yeah, they're good everywhere. The only thing that, like I said, the only way that they lose is if Darnold's really physically compromised, and if Stafford and Puka and Devontae, that's a lot of weapons to try to cover. And if
If
McVay's going to scheme something up, they are. It's going to be. I think it's going to be high scoring. I don't think it's going to be a low scoring game. I think these teams are going to trade
Yeah,
haymakers.
it's a shootout.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's the late game too, I believe.
Yes, because it's in
It
Seattle.
is.
Fabulous.
Yeah, because the first game's in Denver. So if I said, obviously, I just made my prediction for the NFC Championship game. I have the Rams over the Seahawks. My AFC Championship game prediction, which is Patriots versus Broncos. I am going to take the Patriots. It's just not obviously that Denver defense is real. That Mile High is a real home field advantage. If Jarrett Stidham plays decent quarterback, the Broncos have a chance. But I just think you got two elite head coaches in there with Vrabel and Peyton. I just think Drake May is going to be the difference. And, I think Drake May clearly is way better than Jarrett Stidham. And I think that's going to be the difference in that game. And I'm going to take the Patriots, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take the Patriots too in that game. Now, I think Denver's defense is really good, and it's in Denver, so I don't think it'll be a blowout by any stretch.
No, because I don't think the Patriots offense really has enough weapons. And that's the thing, too. The Patriots on offense are very thin. Like, there's not a
You
whole
know,
lot going on there.
yeah, they got Keyshawn Booty making plays for them.
Kayshawn
Keishawn Booty
Booty.
with that one-handed tutty.
Booty. They got good running
Yeah,
backs. The running game is good there.
they do
Henderson.
have a good they do have a good run game. They definitely do.
Yeah, Henderson and Stevenson. That's a good duo to have. They got a
Yep.
great tight end in Hunter Henry. But man, AJ Brown's going to look just gross in that jersey, isn't he?
He might be a Raider.
Ew.
You yourself. You yourself.
Well, what's crazy is the Philly may not even be able to trade him. It's going to be 50 million in dead cap. Their whole offseason would be wrecked. They'd have to they have
That
to
would
try to
be
fix it.
interesting if AJ Brown went to New England though. Mike Vrabel reunion.
That it's the only team that makes sense. It's the only team that has the cap space. Well, the Raiders do too, but is he going to want to play for Drake May and Mike Vrabel?
Or is he going to
Probably.
want to play with Las Vegas, no state tax, Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, Fernando, baby?
Yeah, well, it's all about what they want to give up, right? And who eats what portion of the contract and blah 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 blah. So,
Yeah.
um, all right. So NFC Championship, I got Rams. AFC Championship, I have Patriots. Uh, what is your guys's? Let's recap that again.
I'm gonna go Seahawks and Patriots.
Seahawks
I
or
think
Patriots.
yeah, quarterback's the difference in the Patriots Broncos game, and I love Seattle, man. Seattle's truly my pick to win the whole thing. I think Seahawks take the chip this year.
Seattle and New England in the Super Bowl, the rematch.
History repeating itself.
History repeating itself, except Ken Walker, the 1 yard line, you run that fucking thing in and you don't throw it.
I like it. I
You
like it. I'm
I'll
with
don't
be
you.
I'll
throw
be
it.
the only different one here. I'll take the wily vet Stafford trying to win
The
MVP
second,
and Super Bowl MVP in the same season and enter the all-time quarterback category. So, because if he
I
does that,
I mean, he's already a Hall of Famer.
well, he's already a Hall of Famer, but if he wins MVP, wins another Super Bowl and wins another Super Bowl MVP, I mean, he's got to be top 5 now, right?
He's got to be up there.
He's got to be up
100%. If,
there.
if he gets another one, I would agree. He's up
Top
there. He's in the
five,
combo.
top five is stretch.
Top 5 would be hard, but you have to have the conversation now.
You do.
Top 10.
Top 7.
I'm with you on the top five.
No, all right. Who top five right now?
If he wins,
If he
he's definitely
wins,
in there.
Oh, give me it. What's your five then?
my current five right now,
Yeah,
my current five right now is probably Tom Brady number one,
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes number two, Peyton Manning number three, Joe Montana number four, and number five is probably Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean, do you put if he because Aaron Rodgers has four MVPs and a Super Bowl ring. So if Stafford has two MVPs, two Super Bowl wins, and retires because he'll probably play another couple more years. If he breaks Aaron Rodgers' touchdown record and his passing yards record, and because he's on pace to do that if he plays another 4 years, you have to consider it at him at number five.
There's so many though. Like
I can't believe that Patrick Mahomes has the second most playoff touchdowns ever for a quarterback, and he's not even 30.
he's a dog.
he's
He
not even
is.
he's not even 30. Three-time Super Bowl champ,
Yeah,
three-time Super Bowl
it's
MVP. He's not even 30
insane.
yet. It's
So
insane.
yeah, you gotta go Brady one,
Bro,
Mahomes
it's like
already.
it's like wild to think like the way people are talking about us having a playoff without Pat Mahomes. Like you would think this guy would have had like a 25-year career by now. He'd be like at the end of his career, but like he's just gonna come back next year and throw 40 touchdowns again.
Yeah, Mahomes two, Montana three, Peyton four.
My only I pretty much agree with Zach's list. My only difference is I rank Drew Brees over Rodgers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Drew Brees. And John Elway is probably my number five.
Yeah, it's always that number five slot's always hard because Elway needs to be up there too.
Elway, and then you
Yeah,
got
and I also I mean, how do you not have Breeze up there? I mean, Breeze is up there for
Brees
every
would be
passing
six.
category
Brees
I
would
would
be
possible.
probably put Breeze at six
six.
because at that point, yeah, you could debate. I mean, the statistics are the statistics, but it's like, who was at that point, who was more physically gifted, like who was just
Brees six, Rogers seven, and then I mean you got a guy like Steve Young. Can't forget about Steve Young. Uh, Terry Bradshaw. Like these are like
uh,
older quarterbacks
Dan
that
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino without a ring, I think is. I know we value the ring, but
Yeah,
Dan Marino's a
he was a freak. He was so good.
dog, like
Listen, if
dog.
anyone's watching the Elway documentary on Netflix, you need to.
Phenomenal,
People,
phenomenal.
people from my generation and Rich's generation that are like to have no idea about the history of the game,
Have to
like
watch it.
they need to understand that there were guys that were doing things that Patrick Mahomes was doing 20, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Roethlisberger is up there.
yeah, I mean you have to put Big Ben in the top 10.
So top 10, yes.
Can we talk about my boy Eli? What's going on?
Not top 10.
No, I wouldn't say top 10 anymore. I would confidently put him in
No, I think
top.
he was top 10 at one point, but he's probably slipped out now.
Yeah, he slipped out a little. I would put
You
him in the top 15 maybe.
top 20, I'll give Eli.
He's got two rings.
I think
I think two rings buys him top 15.
I think the problem is his regular season was always so inconsistent and it was always so bad. I think the thing that puts him in top 15 is because he still is the second best playoff quarterback in the history of the league. So
And he's got two Super Bowl MVPs.
he still holds the record for most passing yards in the single postseason. Like
Yep.
that's still a record that Pat Mahomes hasn't broken. So like that has to mean something. So I would put him if you're gonna I'll put him top 15, but like right at like 15. Because because I can name 14 quarterbacks that were probably better than him all time, but I
Oh, yeah.
can't name 20.
I can.
I'm sure you could. But
But no, I'll give Eli his props. But he's got 2 rings, 2 MVPs in the playoffs. But
Yeah.
he's the greatest Giants quarterback ever. That has to mean something.
all right, yeah, fair.
Yeah. I mean, he will be he is the greatest Giants quarterback ever. I mean, Dart has to win at minimum 2 rings. This is to even come close. So
Yeah.
Two rings.
yeah, I mean, number 10 is never going to be worn again. So
Nope.
anything else?
Underrated quarterback. Eli Manning is probably the most underrated
You want to
quarterback.
know why? Because everyone focused so much on his regular season because he had a piss poor management. They never gave him a good team. And you know what? Second most career starts ever. Never missed a game. The only time he missed a game was because they felt like benching him for Geno. So
Oh man, fuck Geno. All right, man, full circle Geno. Like,
Yeah.
God,
A fun fact, that game was against the Raiders too.
hate to see it.
why? Hey,
And you know what? Everyone made such a big deal about his 500 record. Did you know Matt Stafford just recently got to career record 500? You know, and no
Yep.
one really talks about that. So it's further proof that wins should be a team stat, not a quarterback
Yeah,
stat.
it's a team stat, bro. You can't place that on the QB.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear that argument anymore. So, you know, no one gives Matt Stafford shit for having a losing record his
Eli
entire
Manning had
career until this
E-
year.
Eli Manning had games where he dueled with Drew Brees through for freaking 450 yards, 5 touchdowns, and still lost.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear any there will never be Eli slander on this show.
Never.
Literally never. Um, anything else to kind of touch on before we wrap it up here and get ready for this blizzard tomorrow?
blizzard of 26.
The blizzard of 26.
Nah, I mean, listen, this is
Championship
good.
weekend,
Yeah, like let's go
football.
baby.
All right, who's your fantasy player of the of each game?
Well, now that the fantasy's over, I mean, I'll go ahead and I think
Your top
Devontae.
performer.
Okay, I think
Nah, like, here,
Devontae
I got a
Adams.
better twist. Let's do a bet prop. Do a bet prop for both games.
Okay. Slam anytime touchdown for Devontae Adams against the Seahawks.
Okay. I like
And
that.
slam anytime Tud for Ramondre Stevenson for the Patriots.
I like that. I like that. I'm gonna say slam 100 yards and a tutty for Mr. JSN
Okay.
for the Seahawks. And in the Patriots game, I'm gonna flip it to the other back. I like Trevion Henderson anytime touchdown this weekend.
Ooh, all right. So, all right, let's get spicy now.
Ooh, come on, bring it.
New England, I got 2. So I'm gonna go Drake May, 225 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I like it. I like that a lot.
And also Hunter Henry first time score in that game.
First time
tou-
Tud.
First
for Hunter
first
touchdown. I
Henry.
time,
like that.
first
I
touchdown.
like that. Okay.
And then now we'll flip to the prime time. Ooh. All right, I like this one right here. We're gonna stack it. We're gonna go either or JSN Puka Nakua touchdown plus Puka 7 catches, 100 yards. JSN 6 catches, 100 yards. Slam it.
All right.
Okay,
So
I like it.
we're looking for fireworks tomorrow.
Oh, no.
We're sending
I mean,
missiles
listen,
off.
we're definitely getting fireworks in the second game. I think the first game could be quiet. That Rams Seahawks game though, bro, I'm looking so forward to watching that game. It's
And you know what?
fireworks.
That's the game we're looking forward to, and it's gonna just suck.
Yeah, watch that one be the one that's terrible.
Which game is the referees gonna have their hands on the most?
Probably the Patriots game.
Gotta
They're
get
they're
gotta get
gonna
Drake May to
they're
the
gonna make
Super
sure
Bowl.
the Pats are in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not gonna allow a backup quarterback to beat the Pats.
Referees are just gonna be tripping Stidham in the backfield, making
Listen,
sure.
listen. Maybe we just get a classic Sean Payton bounty game tomorrow.
uh, Gotta love it. A good throwback right there.
Listen, there's nothing better than Championship Sunday, man. It's gonna be a good time. I argue Championship Sunday is better than Super Bowl Sunday sometimes.
It, you know what? Because sometimes Super Bowl Sunday it comes out real flat. Um,
Yeah.
but I think so. What do we got? We have 1 week in between and then Super Bowl, right, Zach?
Yes, because it's
Yep.
2 weeks. So the Super Bowl is 2 weeks from tomorrow.
So I'm thinking because we still have our award show episode that I would like to do before the Super Bowl. So
So
maybe
we have a
next
week.
we have a week for
The
the
doggies.
Dog Talk Sports Awards, the doggies, the
Doggies. Oh.
doggies.
We'll
Arf.
we'll make sure all the categories are accurately picked.
We'll announce some categories in the week. If those at home have any suggestions, fire them off to us. We're open for business. But yeah, the doggies. We need to make sure Mr. Raymond's on. Rich, if you're around, star-studded cast for this.
Hey, listen,
Yes.
I'm more than happy to join the cast. Let me know when y'all are doing it.
Yes, we definitely want to do like a mega cast for it.
Uh,
Jason has
mm,
already agreed to come back to do that one.
Yeah,
So
get me on, bro. Just
yeah.
let me know the time and the date. I listen, come baseball season too. Listen, Zach knows more than anybody. I love talking baseball, so I wanna be more of a regular this baseball season.
Yeah, listen, we're here for it.
Let's do it.
But
We're a bunch
yeah,
of dogs.
dogs. We swear to dogs talk right here.
Yeah, let's do it. Dog talk.
Championship weekend. Like us, comment, subscribe. Shout out to the Danimal down in Yeehaw land right now.
Yeehaw,
Uh,
Texas.
Sending
Enjoy
Graybeard,
not getting snow down there.
sending Graybeard pics out.
Yep.
Listen, this is just Fernando, baby.
Oh, do you know what's something we didn't touch on? I'm pretty sure we didn't touch on it. Did we talk about how no coordinators want to coach with Aaron Glenn and the Jets?
Oh,
We didn't
oh,
because Dan's not here. I feel like we didn't talk
yeah,
oh,
about the
that's
Jets
you know what?
much.
That's true. We could talk about that real
There's
quick
not a
here.
single coordinator in football right now that wants to coach for the Jets or with Aaron Glenn.
And the Jets fired 6 total coaches.
What do you,
Every
what do you mean
coach
they
on the
what do you mean
coaching
they don't want to coach with this guy? They don't want to coach with that guy?
Oh my
Let's
God,
cut people
Aaron
because you're
Glenn.
fumbling?
No
What
one
a
wants to.
joke.
No one wants to be on Aaron Glenn's staff. It's a disaster. It's a joke. I don't
Yep.
care that no one wanted to be the head coach. You should have fired him because at least one of these young assistants with some fucking spunk and fire may have lit a fire under the. Like what if he gave Davis
They could
Webb a
have
shot?
listen, Davis Webb. They could have hired a guy like Chris Shula who doesn't look like anybody's going to hire him.
Yeah,
Like,
like
why not?
anybody else. I
Like
like I
people like I can't fathom that coordinators don't want to coach with this guy. He really must be that bad.
no, he has to be that bad. Like no coordinator wants to be his coordinator. No one
Like,
wants to work with Aaron Glenn right now. They
be in
have
that
to
vicinity.
in the
Like, they're not
vicinity.
even taking phone calls.
Yeah,
Nope, nobody.
they're declining their request to interview. So
It's not
like
good.
miss me with it. Like I know Dan's steadfast and he didn't want Glenn fired.
When Dan and Nick listen to this podcast, they're gonna be like, "Why did Rich have to all of a sudden bring up the Jets at the
And
end?"
you know
Like,
what? Shout out to Nick because
Yeah,
I
Nick, I love you,
still
bro.
every day before I eat dinner, I say a prayer and I keep Nick in my prayers because that rant and meltdown just
That listen,
it got me. It got me right here.
I
So
think
Nick, I love you, buddy, and better times are ahead. It's always darkest before the dawn.
Well, it's not going to get any better as long as Glenn's there. So, I mean, I think Jets fans know what they're about to get into this year. It's going to be just another disaster.
Dude, I read the report the other day, and it boggled my mind that there's not a soul in football that wants those jobs right now. Not a soul.
Well, because they don't have a quarterback.
I mean, I wonder if it's going to get to the point where I could go on Indeed and I can put my application into the offensive coordinator. I hope I can.
I mean, listen, fuck yeah. Listen, I will be the offensive coordinator, $250,000. That's it.
That's it. Listen,
That's it. Put the headset on. I'll stand on the sideline.
Sign that 3-year deal. I'd be fired by week 4 because they'll figure out I don't know what I'm doing.
Whatever you want me to do, I will wash cars in the parking lot before the game if you wanted me to. But yeah, X right, Y slant. Hey diddle diddle.
Spider 2Y banana.
Shout out to John Gruden, man. John Gruden is a dog.
When me and Dan talked about it, I was like, I understand that, a Kevin Stefanski or a John Harbaugh, they weren't going to go coach the Jets. Like, I understand that argument part, but a young up and comer that wants to lick his chops, like a Davis Webb or a Josh McCown or like a Chris Shula, or you know what I mean? Like those guys,
give him a shot.
At least the guy that's going to get the players to buy in and play hard for 18 games.
The locker room's gone.
The locker room's gone. Like,
so the Jets it's already gone.
Aaron Glenn so much this year. Like, it was bad.
Dude, they traded away the entire team. You have a stockpile of picks.
Yeah, I think their GM is good, by the way. I think they have a good GM. He really did a great job in that fire sale and got a lot of good assets. And I think he's going to build the team the right way. I just think they need a coach.
They do.
All right. So Dan might not, I don't know if Dan will agree with this, and I'm sure I'll hear in the group chat if he doesn't, but the writing was on the wall with Aaron Glenn when they flew Aaron Rodgers across the country to meet with him for 30 seconds to tell him that they weren't bringing him back. That's when I knew that maybe this guy isn't the guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think
so bad.
He had to do some learning on the job with the New York media. That's for sure. But I'm glad Rich brought that up, and we glad that we touched on the Jets to wrap up the show a little bit here.
So. Yeah, nothing makes us feel better than talking shit about a worse team.
Ragging on the Jets.
Well, you know what?
Unfortunately,
yeah. Unfortunately,
Dan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry, but we're not really sorry.
Did you see those gray hairs that Dan sent earlier? It's because of the Jets.
Oh yeah, it's completely because of the team that wears green.
I will keep Dan's beard hair color in my prayers as well.
Bro, why not just hire? I'm going to be honest. Why not just hire Rex Ryan back? Like,
oh my God.
Might as well just bring him back.
That alone would sell them tickets.
Like, you don't think the players would be psyched about that? Like,
yeah, they would be. Of course they would.
I get he's been on TV. I mean,
he's big old chiclets.
Yeah. He's in the running for the Giants defensive coordinator job. And like,
I would love that.
That would be such a gut shot to Jet fans. I feel like
I would love that hire, low key, because I know that Giants defense would be fired up every Sunday. I don't really know how great the X's and O's would be, but I know that defensive line would be ready to
give a shit. I don't care.
I know that defensive line would be ready to kill the quarterback every Sunday.
Oh my God. Listen, let me tell you something. If that guy's the defensive coordinator, I'll tell you this.
It's not going to be Rex.
Well, I don't care. I don't care who it is. All I know is nobody's missing meetings this year. People are showing up. None of that's happening this year. That's all
Yep.
I know. Players are going to be held accountable, and they're going to show up. Yeah, it's no
Stability.
bullshit. No bullshit
Stability.
this year. Accountability, football, win games, hit the quarterback. That's all I want.
I will end the show with this. The New York Football Giants are back.
That's it.
That's it. Any other messages?
Be safe this weekend. Snowmageddon.
Yes.
The blizzard
Yes.
of 26 could be 1 inch, could be 4 feet. Who knows what it's going to be? Be
It's
safe
a,
out there.
as long as it's enough to get me out of work on Monday.
Like,
That's all we care
subscribe,
about.
share, tell a friend, comment.
Tell a friend, phone a friend.
Let us know what other categories you want for the doggies. We're here for it. We'll get a mega cast for it. Looking
Can't
forward
wait.
to it.
Love to see it.
Dog.
No. Later, everybody.
Dog.